The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Here we are on a Monday morning. Bob, I wonder if he was going to be wearing black today because of Georgia losing and Pittsburgh losing, but you do have some your Georgia Bulldog stuff on there, even though you are
still
black.
a diehard dog. We got shafted. I mean, we're still one of the best 4 teams in the country.
Yeah, we got shafted.
Let's reward cheating. Michigan cheats, so they get number 1. So congratulations to cheaters win.
Cheaters win, huh?
Yeah. Harbaugh cheater goes to number 1. FSU got shafted.
Oh, they got shafted big time.
Well,
Go
that's
undefeated, win the ACC championship.
But they all bow to Satan, you know. Bow to Nick Saban. He controls the whole thing. So Alabama's in. So congrats to them. But
Yeah.
I said we didn't play well. Like I said the fumble inside that led them to cost us missed field goal. So, but that catch wasn't a catch. But they didn't even review that. The catch we made, we're going to review for 10 minutes. So I don't understand it.
Did we challenge it?
They're supposed to buzz down there. There's somebody upstairs supposed to see and buzz down there. They're supposed to stop playing.
Right.
I watch games all year long. They stop play and review it.
They review it when it looks.
You're supposed to review it. But they didn't review it. They just went ahead and played it. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. And, Florida State and Georgia playing down there in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, a trip to Miami's fun. So
well, the prevailing wisdom is we're where we don't want to be. Of course, Florida State too, but we really thought that we'd be undefeated and going for a three-peat. So will we have a lot of guys not play and get ready for the NFL?
I'm sure.
Will FSU come in there saying we got to prove that we deserve to be in the top 4? That's what's going to happen.
You'll see a lot of teams, a lot of players just opt out. Even in the games that matter, they'll be opting out.
You think so? I don't know. Not in the top 4 you want. No, not for a national championship.
You can never see what Bowers does. He's a team guy, but I said he's got to get ready for the NFL. So
I think Georgia will have 3 or 4.
Those decisions will be made this week. So make sure you find out who all opts out before you decide who you're going to pull for in those games. But anyway, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I say, the committee doesn't make any sense. They say, well, if FSU's just not the same team, so they're not as good. Well, if they're not the same team, they're not as good as Georgia. They're not as good as Ohio State. Knocked them all the way down to 20.
Yeah, knock them down. Why just put them at 5?
That's what I'm saying. Just win. It's just all garbage.
Well, we don't have to worry about it next year. It'll be the top 12. Georgia should be in there.
I think Kirby said the best thing. Anybody who thinks Georgia's not a top 4 team is in the wrong profession. They need to be off the committee.
I agree.
You can't drop.
Now look at the teams that we beat this year. Top 10 teams, left, right, forwards, and backwards.
They won 42 out of 43 games. They've lost. The last time they lost was 2 years ago in the SEC title game against Alabama. Now they lose by a field goal, and all of a sudden we're not one of the top 4 teams. That's absurd. I promise you, the odds makers in Vegas match Georgia up against Michigan, Washington, Alabama, whoever. Georgia's going to be favored again because they know they're the best team. But they're not going to put them in the committee because they lost their championship game. So
Alabama will win the national championship this year, probably.
It's just crazy.
Well, I'd rather for them than Michigan or Washington or Texas. I can tell you that.
I have all that frustration on Saturday. My Steelers lay an egg on Sunday.
Laid an egg. A big goose egg.
The whole weekend was just a disaster. So I'm glad Monday's here. The sun's coming out, so it's a new day.
You can go to Birmingham with me, Bob.
It's just frustrating, but I don't understand the committee. I feel sorry for FSU. I thought those guys got the royal shaft. They got shafted.
They got shafted.
Why is Texas all of a sudden a great team?
Well, they only lost one game and they won their conference.
Whoop-de-doo. They beat Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's terrible.
Because they beat Alabama. That's why they think.
I guess, whatever.
I don't know. There's a lot of money in that old state out there.
I think everyone on that committee ought to resign and just get out. Just get rid of the committee.
We don't have to argue about it starting next year.
Is there going to be a committee to decide the final 12 next year? They still have a committee?
Yeah, of course they're going to have.
Well, number 13 is going to be mad.
Yeah. You can't. Do you go by the AP and coaches polls next year, or
everybody's got a computer? I say get rid of the committee. Let people vote.
Let people vote. No, you can't let people vote. People are going to vote for their team. They're going.
We got more common sense than the committee does. The committee's terrible. Who are these people?
Kirk Herbstreit's one of them.
Well, he's a fool too. He's an Ohio State guy.
I know.
He's pulling for Ohio State.
Well, they didn't get in.
Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk Christmas.
Christmas is coming up. Bah humbug.
got-
Let's don't talk about the football of the weekend. That was depressing.
Yeah, it was depressing. I don't want to talk about it
Well,
anymore.
the Falcons won yesterday.
Yeah, but they look bad.
They look
too.
bad doing it.
There's some bad NFL.
6-6 leading the division.
Yeah, 6-6 leading division. What about New England yesterday? They lost 6-0.
6-0.
2 field goals. They couldn't even score a field goal.
Surprising game was Green Bay last night beating
I
Kansas City.
know.
That
How
was
did
kinda
that happen?
surprising.
Man, they look good.
They did
Yeah.
look good. Jordan Love's also.
Jordan
Yeah.
Love's catch on fire here toward the end of the season. And then the Jaguars play tonight, division leaders down in Jacksonville, taking on Cincinnati.
They should handle Cincinnati. Like I said, Cincinnati's Joe Burrow's injured, so he's not playing.
You're not playing?
So they should be in good shape.
Well, let's hope so. That game is on our sister station, Fox Sports Radio, 1370 AM The Buzz, WLOP, starting at 7 p.m. with the pregame, kickoff at 8:15 tonight on WLOP, 1370 AM The Buzz, WLOP. Listen to it there. Get the Jaguars' perspective on the game.
The funny thing is, Flacco was sitting on the couch last week, and this week he's quarterback in the Browns.
He probably wants to go back to the couch.
Yeah.
I can't believe they picked him.
They sure did. Somebody, one of Kelly's friends saw him at the airport on the way and asked him, said, "What are you on going to Cleveland? Flight to Cleveland?" They said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Just watch TV, you'll see." And he went right there.
How did the Browns do?
Yeah, they lost, I'm
Yeah,
sure,
they
because he
got-
threw a big pick at the end. Yeah.
They got blown out.
They got blown out. Who beat them? Whoever.
I'm trying to think who they played. The Rams.
The Rams.
Yeah.
The Rams beat them.
Matthew Stafford.
Oh yeah, Matthew had a good
Stafford.
game in that game. Yeah, had a good game. Well, Bob, we got the mayor
Got
of
the Mayor of
Scriven this
Scriven.
morning.
They got a big event. They got the parade coming back this Saturday. They got Christmas in the Park on December the 14th. So
15th, Bob.
Or it says the 14th.
I know, that's why, remember I told you about, that's
Sent
why.
me the wrong flyer.
Yeah, it was the 14th to start with, but we had to swap the dates.
You changed put it on Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, not a Thursday.
I'm glad you brought me
I'm
the
glad
new
you.
flyer.
I'm glad that you put it on a Friday.
Yeah.
My grandsons want me to take them. I mean, it's hard for me to take them on a weekday night when I get up at 3:45 in the morning. But it's Friday night. That's fine. I can
It
take
was
them
for
in.
a lot of people, so that's why we did that.
Yeah.
And then we're not, like, you are not rushed to get your child home for bed.
Right. But go ahead, tell us all about it, Jason.
Um,
What's going on in Scriven?
This Saturday is the Christmas parade, the theme of Small Town Christmas. We brought our parade back. It's been gone for about 6-7 years. It got down to a lack of participation. So that's when we started Christmas in the Park to
Right.
replace it. And we had a lot of people wanting us to do the parade. So we decided to bring the parade back and give it a shot. And, if everybody helps us and participates, then we'll continue. If it gets to where it's just us out there begging people to be in the parade and, then we'll just
So you're gonna
stop
try
it again. We're
Coming
going to
up
try it.
this
Yeah,
Saturday.
absolutely.
So if you'd like to enter in the Scriven
Yeah.
parade, just
It's-
give them a call at City Hall and get all set up.
Entry's only a toy. For the toy drive, so that's a great
It don't cost
thing.
anything to be an entry.
Don't
Just
cost
a brand new
anything.
toy
Yeah,
unwrapped for the
yeah.
toy drive.
Yep. Go by the dollar store. Get you a toy and come on and enter, and all your businesses and people call City Hall. The flyer says deadline December the 5th to enter. That's tomorrow, but we're pretty fast. We ain't as fast as American Idol, but we're pretty fast. So if you call us on Thursday and enter, we're gonna let you get in.
Okay. By Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and then
What time does that parade start?
that parade will start at 4:00.
4:00 in Scriven this Saturday,
Yep.
the Christmas parade. in
Lineup
Scriven.
will be on Bill Royal Street over by the ball field.
Okay.
So
And
that's
where do people need to line up to watch the parade?
we're going to come down Wasden Street. We're going to turn on to Gray Street to the right. We're going to go to the intersection of the school, turn left on School Street, go down School Street, turn left on Church Street, and Church Street is the street that the 4th of July Festival and all is on. It goes all the way from the church down to behind my office at City Hall.
Okay.
So through that area is
All that
the
area back
best.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and in front of First Baptist Church, those will be the best, spots. That's a real wide road in front of First Baptist, so
Okay.
plenty of room for people there. But it's gonna be fun. Candy will be thrown, and we'll have a good time.
Candy will be thrown.
Yeah, we're going. Our family of the year will be our grand marshal, and that's Shag and Raquel and Jerry Chris. So it's
Who?
gonna be Shag, Raquel, and Jerry Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Family
Wright
of the year.
family. Yep. Yep.
All right.
They've bought a lot of property around them right there and cleaned up a bunch of stuff and just made that image over there look a lot better.
Good. And so you've got that going on this coming Saturday at 4 o'clock in downtown Scriven, the Christmas parade there in Scriven. So what's coming up after that?
Then the 15th, which is the following Friday, will be our Christmas in the Park that we do every year. We bounce houses and vendors and 42,000 pounds of snow, and we'll light a tree, and Santa Claus will be there at the Santa house taking pictures. Just like it'll be a good time, like always. Horse and buggy ride, and just gonna have a good time. If you
Good
want,
old time.
yeah, we got a bunch of vendors this year.
Where's
so
the snow going to be blown at?
it'll be behind the fence of the ball field. I got a big area back there that we get it away from the festival, because the first couple of years we found out people was getting knocked out that were just enjoying the festival.
If it's not very cold, that snow turns to ice,
It
and that
does.
ice it's rough when it hits you. It's not like snowballs.
And them kids, they think it's funny to hit
No,
somebody.
they think it's funny to hit
Yeah.
somebody and leave a welt there. So you
I
got
had
to
a
be
lady
careful.
come up to me the first year, I'm talking about face just covered in blood, and I said, "Oh God, we're gonna be sued, George."
So that's going to be now. Where's the festival itself going to be held?
At Grace Park.
At Grace Park. So it's all going to be over there around the park area.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
sir.
that's good.
They'll all be
Getting
in
it-
the park.
Yeah, getting it away from the highway over there.
The kid zone goes out on the baseball field, so it's all fenced in out there. If your kid gets away,
Boy, I like that because
And,
I was going nuts last time I took my
yeah.
grandkids. They're trying to keep up with all of them going here, there, and yonder.
yeah, we got some new lighting. We put up brand new poles and lighting on the ball field, so you'll be able to see for sure out there now. It's nice. HDI did that for us, and it's amazing. Our ball field lighting looks good now.
Good.
But kids under 12, we're asking you please be accompanied by an adult. Last year, I had to find some kids, and it's pretty hard. We do. Our guys have done a good job. Our fire department and our police department, would round them kids up, because for some reason they get gone.
Yeah, well, they're not thinking. They don't think like adults. They're just thinking
Yeah.
having fun, run here, there, and yonder.
Mom and Daddy's talking to somebody they hadn't seen in 5 years, and next thing
Next
you know, little Johnny's over there in the snow pit
Yeah.
getting knocked out.
Yeah, I gotta take somebody with me. I can't keep up with 5 of my grandsons. I can't do it. I gotta
They'll
take
be
somebody
wide
with
open,
me.
son.
They'll be going everywhere. Yeah, my middle one, Maxton, said, "I can't wait to go, Granddad, to throw that snow." I said, "Okay."
But it's a fun, family-free event. The only thing you'd have to pay for is like food from a vendor. We don't charge our vendors to come. We don't charge you to come. It's just for the community to come out and have a good time that
Absolutely
night.
free.
See families and friends, and just stand around and drink hot chocolate and see Santa Claus. And
Well, they could have the different booths set up by some of the organizations there in
Yep.
Scriven like they normally do.
the church, all the churches set up, and one gives hot chocolate and one gives s'mores, and
And they give
one-
it away.
Yeah,
folks.
it's free. It's
Yeah,
all free.
They give it
And-
away.
And there, like I say, there are a couple of booths that people that are selling something, but all the churches and what we focus on is free. That's so.
Well, it's like our radio station. We don't charge anybody to listen to us.
Right.
It's free.
That's right.
Listen to Big Dog Country, and it's free.
Yep.
We give it away. You don't have to pay a subscription or, pay for an app or anything like that. All you got to do, you just listen absolutely free.
That's right. If you want to know the news, listen to the radio.
And so all this going on in Scriven, the 15th is the big Christmas in the park.
Yes, sir.
And actually at the park.
At the park.
At the park there in Scriven on the 15th, that Friday.
And what'll happen from here out? It didn't this year because we didn't make the decision on a parade in time. But if the parade goes over well and we do that, we're gonna make it a weekend in Scriven. The Christmas in
weekend
the
in
park
Scriven.
will be that Friday night, and then the parade will be that Saturday.
If
That's
the
our
parade goes
plan. Moving forward after this year, because we don't want to split 2 weekends. There's so much going on in this county that if you do something, you take a weekend away, and Jesup moved their Christmas parade to the 16th because we were having Christmas in the park the 15th, and
Yeah.
so.
Well, they had to move it to the 16th because of the rain this weekend, so they delayed it 2 Saturdays
Yep.
and put it on the 16th.
They didn't want to get on top of our parade. And
Right. They didn't want to do it this coming Saturday, be on top of Scriven, so they moved it all the way to the 16th, and hopefully it'll be nice weather. It looks like it's going to be great weather this coming Saturday for the Scriven parade, and hopefully they will be for the Wayne County parade that was delayed from the 2nd to the 16th.
And we appreciate them doing that graciously.
Yep. All right. Well, sounds good. I mean, all kinds of stuff going down there in Scriven. The Scriven Christmas Parade at 4 o'clock this Saturday, and then Christmas in the Park on Friday, December 15th.
Yes,
all
sir.
that's free in Scriven, Georgia.
Free, fun family event. See you there, Bob.
So, where are you going to watch football this bowling season?
Birmingham.
What's in Birmingham?
the University of Troy playing Duke, the Birmingham Bowl.
The Birmingham Bowl.
Yeah,
so Troy's playing Duke?
We won, yes, sir. We're the first Sun Belt team to play a Power 5 in
I
a
know.
bowl. We won the Sun Belt, beat Crap State.
Beat them pretty bad.
Beat them pretty bad. Gunnar Watson's a man, I'm telling
I mean,
you.
Troy
People-
must be something else
Well,
this year
I'm telling
because
you-
App State beat the turkey out of Georgia Southern, and now Troy beat the
Well, let me
turkey
tell
out of
you,
App
Butch,
State.
2 years ago, Troy probably made one of the best decisions they ever made in bringing John Summerall back. Summerall coached under Neil Brown when Neil beat all them big teams, and then he went to Kentucky. He's actually one that recruited Trevor. I forget, I get their names mixed up. The Wallace kid.
Okay.
Pretty heavy. They got a great relationship.
Yeah.
And Troy was able to hire him back. I don't know how long we'll be able to keep him because last year we didn't lose but 2 ball games, and this year we didn't lose but 2 ball games with him. But we got a
people
kid,
be after him.
we got a kid from Taylor County. His dad's the sheriff up there, Mr. Jeff Watson's boy, Gunner. That's the quarterback, and he is calm, cool, and collective, and nothing rattles him. I mean, he's just a country kid. And that running back out of Marietta just broke all the records. Kamani Vidal. I mean, they got a transfer from Kentucky receiver Chris Lewis that's just a absolute beast. And I mean, they just run over everybody.
Now, is Troy, is that university, is that in Birmingham?
No, it's in Troy.
It's in Troy, which is right outside Birmingham, isn't it?
Yeah, it ain't too far.
Not too far from Birmingham. That's what I thought. So
It'll
it's
feel
kinda
like
playing home.
it'll feel like a home game for us.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that quarterback for Duke, he's special too. So that's gonna be a good deal. We're gonna get to see that.
Yeah, it's going to
play.
be a good game. Troy Duke on December, the date?
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think we beat the crap out of them. If you want to know the truth.
Okay. Well, go ahead and yeah. And the reason why Jason Weaver is such a Troy fan is his daughter went there for several years, and he became a fan of Troy, University of Troy.
I was there 2 weekends ago, and I mean it's a funny story because we went. It was alumni day, and took my daughter back up there and her husband, and we got to see all the old majorettes, and it was also Military Appreciation Day, and the chancellor of Troy, Jack Hawkins, is Herb Shaw's best friend. They were battle buddies together. There's only 3 of those guys left out of that platoon.
Wow.
They all get together on that day, and so Herb was up there, and he sat
Herb
with
was
us
there
for a
in
while.
Troy?
Oh yeah, he's there every time for Appreciation Weekend,
Oh, right.
and pretty nice. I mean, he carries me up in the chancellor's box, and I mean the governor is up there of Alabama, Kay Ivey, and I mean it's just they got it going on.
So you were hobnobbing up there,
yeah,
huh?
yeah. They announced yesterday they're building a $10 million indoor facility.
Wow.
So that's stuff like that. Beating LSU on homecoming, get $1 million to beat them. That stuff like that's what that.
Yeah,
pays
you play those big teams like that and get the money, that
Yep.
big paycheck to pay for stuff.
for. Yep, and it's a plus when you beat them.
Yep. And then Georgia Southern is going to Myrtle Beach, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, right, Bob? You mentioned that on your sports this morning?
Yep,
Yeah, Georgia Southern going to the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I can't remember what the date on that you
that's
said.
a good bowl. I mean, they just started that one back. That's a good bowl game for them.
Myrtle Beach is a great area. To
yeah,
go to. I mean, I hadn't been to it in eons, but
I wish we were going to Myrtle Beach to play Duke. To be honest with you.
you know all about Birmingham, but
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach is a fun area to go to and to enjoy a vacation up there. It's just a great place for vacation. Of course, the birthplace of beach music up there.
Yep.
Alabama, which was called the Alabama Band when they started playing there in the clubs there in Myrtle Beach way back in the early 80s, late 70s. Got their start there, playing for free basically up there in Myrtle Beach until they made it. Then they dropped their name from the Alabama Band to Alabama. All right, Bob?
Southern played one of the first bowl games. December 16th is that game in Myrtle Beach.
December
Southern, they
16th.
play Ohio. and Georgia Tech will play December 22nd in the Gasparilla Bowl down in Tampa, Florida. Used to be called the Outback Bowl, but now it's called the Gasparilla Bowl.
They still start at 11 in the morning? Remember when they used to start at 11?
Yeah,
Boy, that was an early morning, wasn't it, Bob?
Yeah, hadn't got the kickoff time.
Some people didn't even make it to bed that night. They just refreshed, ate some breakfast, and went on to the bowl game after a long night.
We played a couple years ago when Reagan was there. We played in the Dollar General Bowl in Mobile.
Uh-huh.
You talk about a good time. Now, we had a good time.
In Mobile?
Mobile, Alabama. I'm here to tell you.
All right.
And that Dollar General Bowl, they have a big parade. You know, that's where Mardi Gras started. So they have a big old huge parade for that bowl game. And they throw anything you can imagine that Dollar General sells. I'm talking about from brooms, the moon pies. They throw them out to the crowds. I mean, it's like they went to the Dollar General.
Watch out, they're coming.
Like they went to the warehouse and they just throw everything to the crowd. And it's funny because right behind it, everybody gets tired of picking it up. Like moon pies is a big thing. I mean, my God,
I love a good old moon pie.
700 moon pies though.
You remember growing up, eating, drinking RCs and eating moon pies?
Yeah, but you can't eat as many as they throw to you. I'm telling you. You ain't got nowhere to hold
You
them.
don't have to eat all of them.
So they bring a street sweeper behind the last float, and
save 'em.
he's sweeping the street up. It's crazy, man. They got it figured out down there.
You get a bunch of them, you put them, you take them home and eat them for the next couple of months.
They have that's the first place I ever eat downtown. We were downtown after the game, just enjoying ourselves, and went in this little place, and the main course down there is a double cheeseburger between a Krispy Kreme donut. They cut that donut in half, and I'm like, Jesus, man, I need some rubber gloves to eat this. But you talking about good?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh
it
my
is.
God! Especially after you were having a good time.
Yeah,
it's real good.
It's real good. And there's a lot of absorption there, huh?
Yeah. That was a nice. It was cold.
2 patties over and under a Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sheesh, man.
We played Buffalo that year. We beat Buffalo. I'll never forget because Bubba Walker was a big, huge Buffalo man. He picked with me how he still owes. Matter of fact, if you're listening, he still owes me a steak over that deal.
Oh boy! All right. Anything else going on, Jason? There, we got everything covered in Scriven.
Man, I think we do.
Okay.
We got that going. We got Sploss we working on, Bob. I mean, you've been reporting on that.
You were at the meeting, so your thoughts on how the meeting went?
I think the meeting went just phenomenal. I mean, I'm going to tell you, Paul has done a great job.
Scriven Odom have to have that Sploss.
We have to, or we don't have a city. It's that simple.
Who's done a great job?
Paul.
Okay.
He's done a
great job.
He has.
The administrator for Wayne County.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wayne
he does, and he listens to you. If you want to talk, he listens, and he does everything he can to help whatever you need. But if he can't, he has a legitimate reason why he can't. He's not like some of these that just whatever and go on. I mean, I like Paul.
He's a straight
Let's
shooter.
put it that way. He's done a great job.
Okay. Well, Jason, we've enjoyed having you in here this morning and talking about Scriven and some of your stories going to some of the football games. It's very interesting there. I'm sure there's a lot more that you can say.
Yeah, there is.
But this is a family show, so.
Yeah, well, it's a good time.
Yeah, good time was had ball. That's fun. All right, Bob, anything else?
That'll do it.
That'll do it. All right, take care. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup has been brought to you by First Southern Bank, by Murphy Bitter Supply, Van's Barbecue, and also brought to you by Oak Quinn & Associates in Jesup.